Okay, so here's the tip-off thrown up by Tim Purrington. And Colbrook will start with it. Rizito over to Parker inside. Santa Maria looking for Sampson. Loses out of play. It'll be Gorham ball. So Gorham has some new players, and that one was lost off of the hands of Savage. And Fournier will inbound it to Rizito. So Rizito will bring it up, gets it to Parker. Back to over to Fournier, over to Santa Maria. Kicks it over to Parker again. Fournier wide open. That's just inside three-point line. Shots barely off the front iron. And now Basile with it. Kicks it to the corner to number 11, and now Goulet had it. Gorham's getting some good ball movement, and that shot goes in. I did not see who that was. Our scoreboard, I didn't see who that was exactly, but no, it wasn't her. Our rosters are not updated because I tried to figure out how to fix it, but I couldn't. So it's kind of just annoying, but whatever. Fournier with it. Over to Rizito. Rizito drives in, shoots it. That's just off. And foul on Gorham. Or no, that was on Rizito. Gorham gets it down the court. That shot just off. Now Rizito with it. Now Fournier over to Parker. Parker kicks it to Sampson. Sampson over to Santa Maria. Santa Maria drives in, kicks out to Parker. Parker to Fournier. Pump fakes the shot. Gives it back to Parker. She drives in. Kick out. Three-pointer. Ring-a-ding-a-ding. Three-pointer by Fournier. Rizito puts on the pressure. And it will be out of play. Fournier forces the turnover. Eldridge and Danio come in for Parker and Sampson. And the inbound to Rizito. Rizito pops a deep three. That's just off the front iron. And now Fournier inside to Danio. And that goes out of play. Rizito to inbound it. That's just almost lost. Danio back with it. Rizito drives, shoots, and it will be a foul. And she'll go line for two. Rizito goes 2 for 2 from the line. And now the pressure. Foul on Danio. Okay. Timeout, Gorham. And we're back. Gorham with possession. That shot up. Just off. Danio with the rebound. Now Rizito with it. Pops a three. Just off. Out of bounds. Goes to Gorham. And the inbound. Gets it in. Colbert keeps the pressure up. Daniel almost had it. And it'll stay with Gorham. Or no? Yeah, it'll go Colbert. And the inbounding play. Fornia with it. Over to Eldridge. Eldridge back to Fornia. Drives, shoots. That rattles in and out. Daniel with the board. Now Rosito drives in, shoots, and she'll go to the line again. And she goes 2 for 2 that time. And Colbert brings back up the press. Doing a good job at keeping it. And the fight for the ball. Eldridge to Rosito. Rosito over to Danio. Danio with the steal. Back to Rosito. And Rosito for 2 more. Colbert putting up the pressure. Danio tips it up. Now it's in the corner. Foul on Colbert. It's on Danio. It's her second. Sampson comes in for Danio. 9-2 your current score. And the inbounds play. The 3 is up. That's off. Now Rosito gets the steal in the open court. She stops, shoots, just off, and out of play, stays with the Mohawks. And the inbound play. Kicks up top to Rosito. Rosito over to Parker. Parker to Eldridge. Eldridge drives. Shoots. That ball snuck by Santa Maria. And jump ball going to Gorham. Colbert keeping up their 2-3 press. Santa Maria with the steal to Rosito. Rosito inside Parker. The layup up. Just off the back of the backboard. Santa Maria shot is up, but just off, and she'll go line for 2. First one's good. And the second one's up. And it rolls just off of the rim. Colbert keeping the pressure. Santa Maria another steal. She'll go to the hoop and get 2 more. Colbert, 12-2 run to start the game. And they're just keeping the pressure. Eldridge able to tip it, and it will go out of play. And timeout Gorham. And Gorham with the inbound. Colbert right on them with their defense. And the fight for the ball. They get it across half court. We'll kick it out to Savage. Stolen by Sampson. Sampson. She will hold it. Give it to Santa Maria. She'll drive it in, and it will be lost out of play. And now That is Eastman to the rim. Her shot's up and in. Santa Maria with it. Over to Sampson. Back to Rizito. Rizito drives, shoots. Just off a little bit. Now Santa Maria with it. Inside, Eldridge shoots. Off the bottom of the rim. And Gorham's on the run. And there's a push-off foul on Parker. Shot blocked by Sampson, but there's a foul on Sampson. Rizito with the ball now for Colebrook. Pops a deep three. Off the front iron. Santa Maria with the rebound. Puts it up and in. Colebrook keeping the pressure. Fight for the ball. Sampson up to Parker. Over to Rizito. Rizito in the open court. Lays it in for two more. 16-5. Colebrook lead. And now Rizito with another steal. She drives. Fornia lays it in for two more. Colebrook has opened up this game. It's going to be tipped out of play, and it will go to Colebrook. Eldridge checks in. Parker with it. Rizito wide open. Three-pointer. Off the side of the iron. And it will roll out of play, and it will go to Gorham. And now Danio with it. Swinging it around. Danio has it. Shoots. Blocked by Rizito. Up the court to Parker. Just a little too far forward. And Danio will bring it up. Tipped in the air. Rizito with it. Up the court to Parker. Her layup's blocked, but Fornia with the rebound. And gets it in for two more. And now Gorham with it. They swing it. Danio with it. Shots up. Just off. Side of the backboard. Now Parker with it. And a travel. Danio with it. Colebrook keeping the defensive pressure on. 5 seconds in the quarter. Shots up. Just off. Rebound by Santa Maria. And that is the end of the first with your score. Colebrook 20. Gorham 5. They lost in the second round of the playoffs to Holy Family. And Gorham last season was 6-12. And there goes Rizito. That shot's off the side of the backboard. Not really, but shoots a three and drains it. Nothing but net. She's up to 11 now. And Colebrook's varsity girls offense had 873 points last year, but their defense gave up 695. That shot goes in. And now Fornia with it. Tries to get inside to Danio. Just off the foot. And Goldberg is coached by Dwayne Call, Katie Parker, and Christian Call. And Gorham is coached by Nathan Roberge. That shot, travel, and a little bit more of a deep dive. Rosito averaged 20.8 points a game last season, and then right behind her was Santa Maria with 11.3. Then, what else do I have on here? That's tipped, out of play, Colbrook ball. And the first times these teams matched up last year, Colbrook won 60-35. Rosito had 27. Santa Maria had 17. Eldridge had 6. Fornia had 8. And Sampson and Parker were held scoreless. So that's a little bit of a deeper dive in this matchup. Colbrook dominated last season against this team. Fornia with it, kicks it over, and it's stolen. And now Eastman with it, kicks it over. Now they're swinging around. Danio to Eastman. Eastman's shot is good. Eastman for 2. Rosito kicks it to Fornia. She has some space, kicks it back up top. Rosito with it. Drives in. Gives it to Santa Maria. She'll kick it in. Sampson thinks about the shot, gives it back. Fornia drives, shoots, and gets it in. Fornia up to 9. Colbrook has been pretty evenly scored with their top 3 scorers. Rosito with 11, Santa Maria with 5, and Fornia with 9. And now Santa Maria will bring it up. Fornia thinks about the shot, doesn't take it. Santa Maria to Rosito. Rosito to Fornia. Fornia looks for Sampson. That pass is stolen by Eastman. She's going, and it's blocked by Fornia, and she will take it up herself. Over to Santa Maria. Danio tries to save it out of play, and Parker will check in for Danio. And now Gorham with it. Looking for some help. Almost lost it. Danio with it. Rosito right on her. They'll pass it around. Rosito gets another steal. And now Rosito with it. Over to Parker. Parker back to Fornia. That's stolen. And now Gorham on the run. Parker and Santa Maria almost had a steal. One of them almost had one. And that layup was able to get in by number 2. Or that was number 1. Okay, what did I just do? And now Parker drives, kicks out. Rosito, 3-pointer. Just off the front iron. Fornia's floater. It's just off. And now Gorham with it. Tipped up. Parker passes up for Rosito. Rosito inside to Santa Maria. Santa Maria finds Rosito. 3-pointer. That's off the front iron. Parker to Fornia. Wide open in the corner. That one rattles in and out, but Rosito's there with the board and the putback. So Colbrook has a 16-point lead right now with basically 4 minutes left in this half. And now Danio, one-handed pass over to Eastman. They get that one to Goulet. The drive shot, that's just off. Santa Maria with it. And now Fornia will bring it up. Fornia to Parker. Parker back to Fornia. Into Santa Maria. Out to Parker. Shots up. And good. Parker for 2. Now Goulet with it. Over to Eastman. Kicks it inside. Stolen by Sampson. And double dribble. Eldridge comes in. And Woodsville makes some subs. Not Woodsville, but Gorham. Stolen by Parker. Okay, Santa Maria shot just off. Rosito with the putback. That's off the front iron, out of play. Stays with the Mohawks. And kicks it up to Rosito. Rosito drives over to Danio. Out to Parker. Over to Eldridge. Back over. Finds Rosito wide open. Pops a three. Nothing but net by Rosito. So Rosito up to 16 now. 32-11. And now Gorham drives. That's Eastman. Throws it up. Parker tips it ahead. She slows it down. Rosito to Santa Maria. To Rosito. Almost loses it. Back to Santa Maria. Shot and on the floor. Foul on Gorham. And Sampson comes in for Parker. Sampson with the inbound. Over to Rosito. Rosito pops a three. Nothing but net by Rosito. She is just making it rain right now from deep. 35-11, and Rosito with the steal. Rosito shot and a charge. It's 2 fouls on Rosito. Inside. Fight for the ball. Santa Maria has a jump ball, but it will go to the Mohawks. Now a sub comes in. And now Danio inside. Santa Maria. She's going to look for some help. One dribble, step, and a charge. And now, I think Rudd comes into the game for Danio. She is a new player on these Mohawks this year. Saw a little bit of her during the alumni game, but let's see what she does during the real game. Now Danio. Shot 3 by Eastman. That's just off. And now that shot's up, and that banks in. I don't have a number 10 on there, so I'm going to have to remember number 25. Santa Maria, that shot blocked. Rosito up top, pump fakes the 3, drive, shoot, and it's in. Rosito for 2 more. Rosito up to 21. And now Eastman doubled, looks for some help, getting almost tripled there. Jump ball stays with Gorham. And now shot at Rudd with it. Rosito from half. It would have counted if she got it off, but she did. So Sampson inbounds it to Rosito. Rosito over to Eldridge. Eldridge shoots. Shot just over the hoop. And it will be a Colebrook inbound by Sampson. Eldridge's layup is up and in. And jump ball, and on our camera tonight is Devin Marchand. Forgot to say that pregame. So now Gorham to inbound. Goulette's shot over the net. And it will stay with Gorham. And the inbounds in. Goulette over to Eastman. Travel. Now Sampson over to Danio, inside to Santa Maria, over to Eldridge, and Eldridge for two more. Goulette over to Danio, inside to, who's that? Burl. And Santa Maria with the board. Over to Rosito, Rosito inside to Sampson. Eldridge shot just off the side of the rim, and a foul on Eldridge. And now Goulette with it. Eastman drives. And foul on Colebrook. And Goulette, Rosito with the steal. Rosito takes it out, drives in, shoots. In and out. Eastman with the board, kicks it up to Goulette. Goulette shots up, just off. And now Santa Maria with it. Over to Rosito. Rosito, stop, pop. In and out. And Danio with the board. Jump ball. Stays with the Mohawks. And now the inbound. They kick it over to Eldridge. Eldridge up top, Rosito. Rosito side Santa Maria. Danio wide open. Bounces off the rim. Sampson with the board. Up over to Santa Maria. Thought that was going to Rosito. Sampson with another rebound. And foul on Gorham. And Parker and Fournier check in for Sampson and Eldridge. So now they're kind of in a small ball lineup, kind of. Parker, Danio, Santa Maria, Parker. Rosito up top. Fournier thinks about it. Kicks it over to Parker. Parker shoots. Just off the top of the rim. Danio inside. Goulette back to Danio. Shots up off the side of the rim. Danio with the board. And Rosito with it. Bringing it up. Looks where to go with it. Stops. Fournier wide open. Nothing. Just rattled in. Thought that almost went in the net, but I think about it for a second. Danio almost had the steal. Colbert keeps the pressure on. That shot's up. And foul on Colebrook. That's on Santa Maria. That's her second. And Gorham with the inbound. They kick it up, and who's there but Parker and Fornia. Fornia loses it, but it will stay with the Mohawks. And Fornia with it. Travel. And now Goulet with it. Is it inside? Daniel. That jump ball stays with Gorham. And the inbound. Colbert keeping the pressure. That's sent up ahead. Parker to Santa Maria. Santa Maria has a triple team and a jump ball. It'll stay with the Mohawks. Okay, we'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, and she was able to get up on her own and walk back to the bench. So Colbrook with the inbounds, finds Santa Maria. Her shot's up and in. So Colbrook keeps the offensive pressure going here. 49-14 lead. Tipped in the air. Fight for the ball. And kicks to the corner. Shots up. In and out. And now Rosito with it. Rosito to Fornia. Fornia with some space. Three-pointer. It's in. Nothing but net. Fornia for three. Timeout. Gorham back. Gorham with possession. Current score 52-14. They'll get it in. Extra pass. Over to Danio. Goulet, fight for the ball. It'll stay with Gorham. Savage to inbound. That was tipped up, and I'm going to have to fix the camera real quick. Oh, that looks bad. So 3:48, and I don't know who just scored that. Okay, so Rosito and Santa Maria got those last two buckets for Colebrook. As I was fixing the camera, blocked by Santa Maria, and it will stay with Gorham. Rudd, Eldridge, and Sampson come in for Parker, Fornia, and Santa Maria. And the inbounds play. Parker almost had the steal. Shot up. Eastman three. It's good. Parker to Sampson. Sampson to Rosito. Rosito. Layup is good. Oh. Goulet. Over to Danio. Looses out of play. It will stay with Gorham. Danio to inbound. They get it in. Daniel with it. Shot up, in and out. And now Parker with it. Parker to the rim. It's good. Brings it up herself and lays it in for 2. And fight for the ball. Parker with another steal. Gets it to Rosito. Now Rosito going up with it. Goldberg spreads it out. Sampson, shot. Off the front iron. And now Gorham up ahead. Gorham drive in by Eastman. Knocked out a play by Sampson. And it's in play. Fight for the ball. Shot up. Over the rim. Parker. Over to Rosito. Rosito to Rudd. Rudd drives in, shoots. And foul on the floor. And now Colbert to inbound. 1:49 left in this quarter. Full timeout. Gorham. Yeah, Rudd shot just off. They got good ball movement going now. Now Goulet kicks it over. Dribble in. Defense by Rosito's right there. And saved. Drive in. Shots up. Just off. And fight for the ball. Now Eastman's three-pointer goes right to Eldridge. Will pass. Rudd didn't even see the ball coming. Rosito saved it. Shots up. Eldridge with the board. Puts it back up, but she's blocked. And now there's 45-ish seconds left. Eastman with it. Over to Goulet. Goulet out to Eastman. Eastman. And foul on Rudd. And Colbert brings out Rosito, Parker, and Sampson. Now Eldridge, Santa Maria, Fornia, Danio, and Rudd are in. And over. Eastman's three, just off. Eastman over to Goulet. Goulet over to stolen by Rudd. Rudd, she'll bring it up herself. Drives, shoots. That shot's just off. Santa Maria with the gets her own board. Over to Eldridge. That shot off the front iron. And now with 1 second at the half from half. That shot just under the net. And we're back. 60-17 at the minute. Colbert winning. Start of the fourth quarter. Colbert to start this quarter has Sampson, Danio, Rosito, Fornia, and Santa Maria in. And the board goes right to Rosito, and she's going to bring it up herself. Gets to Fornia, shots up, just off. And now Eastman with it. Eastman kicks it over, fight for the ball. Daniel has it in the backcourt. Over to Eastman. Eastman. Shots up. Board by Santa Maria, and Rosito will bring it up herself. She's got some space. Stop, pop, and drop is just off the back of the rim. And foul on Fornia. That's what it looks like. And now Daniel with it. Shots up. Just off. And now Rosito with it. Over to Sampson. Inside. Daniel shot. Fournier puts it back up. And she tries to save it. And now Goulet with it. Over to Eastman. Eastman gives over to Daniel. Goulet. Over to Eastman. Shots blocked. Goulet looks for some help. Kicks it out. Shot up. And it rolls right to Mr. Santa Maria. And now Rosito to bring it up. Five and some change left here. And Rosito pops a pull-up three. Now she's up to 31, leading all scorers today. Eastman pops a three. Santa Maria with the board. Sends it up for Fournier. She's got some space. And the lay-in for two. Fournier up to 17. And now Goulet in. Or that's not Goulet, that's... And now Colbert will sub out. And it will be Parker, Fournier, Daniel, and Eldridge and Rudd. Fight for the ball. Daniel with it. And now it's to Fournier. Fournier, she'll bring it up. Stops Parker, shoots. And she hits it. Parker for two more. And the steal by Parker. She's going to bring it up herself. Stops. Fournier, stolen by Goulet. Foul on Parker. Daniel subbed out for Frizzell. Now 4 minutes left here in the half with your score 67-17. LaPointe subbed out. Now Goulet with it. Gets it over. Now Rudd playing defense on... What's that? Number 2, Savage. Now Rudd with it. She drives to the rim, shots up, and it's charge. Three minutes plus some change left here. Eldridge subbed out for Frizzell. So now Colbert running. Two sophomores. Two sophomores, 2 freshmen, and an 8th grader. I had to think about that for a minute. Rudd taps it, but it will stay with Gorham. And they inbound it. Shot. Fight for the board. And fight for the ball. LaBelle. Fight for the ball. Still a fight for the ball. They're still fighting for the ball, and Rudd with it. Rudd to the rim. Shots up, and she's blocked. But her putback is up and in. Rudd for 2. Under 2 minutes left now. And backcourt violation. 1:40 left. 69-17 is your score. Now Parker drives, finds Rudd. Rudd shot. Off. Parker with the board, gets it over to Frizzell. LaBelle gets it in. So Colbrook's running the ball around. They only need Frizzell, Sampson, and Daniel to score, but they've had a pretty good teamwork day. And foul on Rudd. That's her third? Or that's just still her second? I'm not sure. Oh, with 5 fouls? Free throws? Ooh. Red has 4. Or wait. Yes. 2 free throws for Gorham. And the free throw's up. And it will rattle in. I think that's... see. That's Daniel. And the next one. It's also in by Daniel, but I don't have her on the scoreboard. Parker with it. Back to Fournier. Fournier over to Rudd. Rudd drives in, shoots it. Just a little high off the backboard. And now approaching 10 seconds left to go. Goulet with Rudd on her. Looks for a pass. Gets it in. Shots up. Just off. And now LaBelle with it. And that is your final